In this video, we will discuss about the period of a function. Let's check out its definition. A function f of x is periodic if there is a positive number p such that f of x plus p is equal to f of x for every value of x. The smallest such value of p is the period of p, f. So what's the p? Function that repeats its shape after that particular interval or the particular time. For let's say if I draw graph this shape, and you can see that it starts from 0, ends up at 2, then 4, and then 6. So you can say that after this much point it repeats its shape, the same shape. So you can see that, and you can tell that f of x plus 2 is equal to f of x, and 2 is the period over here, and after that it will repeat its shape. So we are discussing the trigonometric functions. Let's move on towards that and see what will be their period. So as you know that in cos x, the diagram is of this shape. It starts from 0 and ends up at 2 pi. 2 pi. So, and after this point it will repeat its shape according to this. So you can say that the period is 2 pi, and after this 2 pi it will repeat its diagram. Similarly in sin x, the period is again the same. It starts from 0 and ends up at 2 pi, and after this it will repeat its shape according to that. But in tan x and cot x, the period is different. As you can see that it starts from negative pi by 2, ends up at pi by 2. So you can say count that whole and check out the period is pi. Or you may say that it will repeat that diagram after this much period. You can see that after from 0 to pi it repeats its shape, and over here from 0 to negative 5 it repeats its shape again. So over here the period is pi. So there are some rules that you need to remember. In cos x, sin x, cosine x, cosecant x, and the secant x, the period will be p will be equal to 2 pi. But the second rule is in tan x and cot x, the period will be pi. You have to keep this thing in mind while solving the questions. Let's check out some examples. For example, let's say 2 pi x. Do you know the fundamental equation of a function? And over here, this will be the pi. And this whole equation shows you the straightness, the compression, and the movement of graph on the upper and the right and left side. But whenever you need to find the period, you have to check out the b value over here. So you can see the b value over here in sine 2 pi x is 2 pi. So we need to find the 2 pi. So basically the formula of finding the period is t over, let's say it's the period value in the fundamental graph of sin x, and the b value lies over here. So you can just write it like this and get the period that is equal to 1. So you get the period. Let's check out another example over here. Cos pi by 2 x. So again you can see the b value is pi by 2, and we already know the period of cos x, that is 2 pi. We just need to change the value of b over here. So the period that we get is 4. Let's check out another example over here. Cot 3 pi over 2x. So again, you can see the value of b is 3 pi over 2, but you know the period of cot x is pi. So we have to write pi over here, and 3 pi over 2 pi times 2, 3 pi. So we get the period is equal to 2 over 3. Similarly, let's check out another example. Tan x x plus 4, let's say. So again, we have to see only the value of b, that is 3 pi. And we already know the basic period of tan x. That will lie over here, and b, the value is 3 pi. So we get the period that is 1/3. So in this way, we will see what will be the period of any function, of any trigonometric function.